How's it going, YouTube? Got FourthStarTCG back again. I'm in a little bit of a different spot. I'm back at school, back in graduate school, still working hard on the academic grind, but I still wanted to make some videos for you guys. So we'll be in a little bit of a different location, but still doing the same kind of thing, talking about stuff that's going on in the Pokemon hobby, and just sort of giving my take and my thoughts. So one thing that I want to talk about, I've seen a lot of people talking about this recently, and I wanted to sort of give people the truth. The whole truth, nothing but the truth, giving it to you straight facts about the Pokemon hobby, gotta put that in there. And it's about, making money in Pokemon. So how do you make money in Pokemon? Is it possible to make money in Pokemon, and how do you go about doing it? And there's really a very simple answer to this question. And the answer is that making money in Pokemon is just like anything else, which is that if you put in time and effort and you have knowledge, you're going to be able to make money. So the answer is yes, you can make money in Pokemon, but you have to do it in the right way. And you have to do it in a way that leverages your knowledge and your experience and your time and effort in the correct way. And the more knowledge you have, the more time you put in, the more effort you put in, the more money you are going to make. And, this is evidenced by basically just like, you look at a lot of people, you look at what they've done, you look at the effort they put into their collecting, their selling. Just for a lot of people who make a good amount of money in Pokemon, it doesn't feel like a job to them because they love searching Yahoo Japan all day. They love looking on eBay for mint cards. It's not like what normal people would consider to be a lot of work, a 9-to-5 job. If you're not interested in it and you don't have that level of engagement, the people who put a lot into Pokemon take a lot out of it. So with that said, I also want to take this video to sort of go into a little bit of the various ways in which people do make money in Pokemon. And there's not really one best way to do it, because again, it's all about your level of time, your level of interest, your level of engagement in the hobby. If you are a graded card expert and you know the market very well for graded cards, someone like me, I've been collecting graded cards for over 5 years now. I know the graded card market very well. So for me, one of the sort of the way that I make money on the side in Pokemon, I don't, Pokemon is a collecting hobby for me. I don't really look to make a lot of money out of it. But, it's something that happens just sort of as you're going through the process of collecting, of grading cards and stuff. And because I do know the graded card market fairly well, one of the ways that I can make a good amount of money to put back into my collection is through grading cards. So, finding PSA quality EX series cards, Japanese EX cards, that I'm fairly adept at doing. I can go do this. I can go and find these PSA 10 quality EX series cards. I can grade them, and they'll be worth a significant amount more than what I paid to both buy the Bara card and get it graded. So that's sort of one way. There's the grading aspect. There's also like the whole flipping aspect. All of this stuff is very in depth. So grading and selling extras, that's one thing that you can do. Just looking out for mint cards. Like here are some nice cards that I recently purchased. These, I bought these at fairly high prices because I thought that they were mint. I thought they would be gradable, and I thought that I could get a good value for these cards. I mean, I want them in my collection. I don't think I'm going to flip them when I get the grades back. But it's still something that you don't really... it's difficult to do if you don't have that level of knowledge and interest. Like, I was able to basically snipe these cards off of Japanese marketplace, and I do that because I check very often. I check these things, multiple times a day. When new things get listed, I'm quick. I'm one of the first on them, and I can purchase them. And that doesn't really come without being interested and engaged in the hobby. So that's sort of the way that people who are interested in the graded card market can make money. There's also ways that just sort of, if you're not interested in the graded card market, just like general ways that, card shops make money. And this is sort of like much on the high margin kind of thing, or sort of technically low margin, high volume. So what people do is in card shops and for eBay stores, what they'll do is they'll, like, for example, buy a ton of modern product, and they'll get distributor pricing on that modern product, and then they'll resell it right away for a profit. So distributor pricing, you can usually get booster boxes for under $80, and then if you're selling them for $90 or something, that's a $10 or so profit on a booster box, which doesn't seem like that much. But then when you add in the high volume, let's say you sell 1,000 booster boxes, well, there you go. There's $10,000 that you've just made. If you're a $10 profit on 1,000 booster boxes. So that's sort of what people do in the card shop world. And the same goes for a lot of other kinds of modern product, whether you buy at distributor pricing, you sell it, and you can make a profit off of that. And of course you need to factor in stuff like business expenses, shipping, all this kind of stuff, upkeep. If you're selling on eBay, your 10% eBay, PayPal fees, whatever. Ways you can get that down, of course. But that's another way that people will make money in Pokemon. That's a much sort of higher volume kind of thing. You need more capital to engage in that kind of thing. You're not going to be able to get 1,000 booster boxes at distributor pricing if you don't have the money to pay for that up front, obviously. So that's sort of the way that other people will make money. Or another way to the card shop style of making money is also to open the product and sell the singles. That's a little bit of a more risky thing, just because you're not necessarily the strength of the single sales depends a lot on the strength of the set, the playable cards in there. Right now, I think the opening and flipping the singles is fairly profitable in large manner because of the code cards. The code cards have gone up in value quite a lot. A lot of people playing the Pokemon TCG online lately, so that has been increasing things in value fairly significantly. If you can get 50 cents for every code card, you're already making several additional dollars out of that booster box, and every little bit goes a long way when you're flipping singles. So again, that's another avenue of money making in Pokemon. Again, it's like a job. You have to put time, effort, and interest into this in order to get the money out. When you flip these booster boxes, it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. You're going to have to deal with buyers. You're going to have to deal with return requests. It's a job. It's literally a job. So I guess sort of the main thing that I'm trying to slam home with this is that it's not really making money in Pokemon is not something that you can just sort of do without any kind of time or effort investment. It's not easy, and a lot of times people say, they come in and they say, oh, how can I make money in Pokemon? How can I do this? And the answer is usually pick up an extra shift at your work, just because the amount of time that you would spend learning and putting effort into trying to make money in Pokemon is literally just better spent. You'll get more money just by taking the time that you would to learn and spend all this time in Pokemon and just putting it into your current job. Now, if you engage in, if you're not new to the hobby, and these people are usually new, they don't have that level of knowledge, they don't have that level of interest, they're just sort of coming in and thinking, okay, well, how can I make money? And because it requires time, effort, and interest, then, if you're new, it's not really going to work out. Until you have that level of time, effort, and interest. Just like I said, when I search up these cards on Japanese marketplaces, the reason I can find them is because I've been searching these marketplaces for 5 to 6 years. I mean, I've been in the hobby quite a while. I know where to look. I know where to go. I know the Japanese marketplaces. I know what to search. I know what to look for. I know how to. I know who to bid on. I know who usually has mint cards. I know who's kind of hiding a little bit. And this knowledge just sort of decreases the time and the time and the effort that I need. So in the past, it was a lot harder for me to find this stuff. Now, since I've been in the hobby for a long time, I've accrued that level of time and effort in the past. It's now a lot easier for me to find stuff like these mint cards, and when I grade them, they'll probably get 9s or 10s, and I'll make a good profit on them. And just in terms of initial outlay to value of cards once they've been graded. But I can sort of hear everyone yelling at me right now. So like, no, you don't have to put all this time and effort into Pokemon. All you need to do is buy cards and hold them. We can invest in Pokemon, right? Yes, but no. So the whole investing in Pokemon thing, I made multiple videos about this. You really want to go and dig into the depths there. I'll sort of preface my discussion of this with a couple of points from my original investing in Pokemon video. One is that investing in Pokemon is it's the same as the other ones in that you need time, effort, and interest, right? So you cannot just go out and buy anything on the Pokemon card market and expect that it goes up in value. You have to buy the right cards. You have to buy the right graded cards. You have to buy you have to buy at the right time. And knowing all of those different factors in order to successfully so-called invest in Pokemon is very difficult, because you need to have a very high level of knowledge, of interest, of that sort of already engaged aspect of being in the hobby. And a lot of people don't have that, and they don't know exactly what to purchase. Now, the people who've been in the hobby for years and years and years, some even decades, they know a lot better than me. They know a lot better than other people about what to buy and what is going to actually appreciate in value. But again, that comes from years and years of engaging in the hobby, of putting in that time and effort. But sometimes you don't have to put in any time and effort. Sometimes you just get lucky, right? Like here I have my PSA 10 Shining Rayquaza here. Now this card I bought for $40 at Worlds back in 2000. I think it was last year. And of course now it's gone crazy. It's 200 plus or something. And I wasn't intending to buy this as an investment product. I just bought it because I liked the card. And then I got lucky with the rise, right? This wasn't a market call on my part. I wasn't like, man, that Shining Rayquaza, really undervalued. I think I'm going to buy that right now. I'm only going to buy one copy, and it's going to go crazy. No, I bought one copy because I liked the art. I wanted to collect the card. That's sort of what happens. And again, what I said in my original investing video is that the best way to invest is just to collect. So when you collect, when you don't have that sort of crazy look at, okay, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. When you don't have that level of knowledge necessary in order to make the strong investment calls, those, I think this is undervalued, it's going to go up in value, I'm very confident in this assessment because of X, Y, Z that I've seen previously in the Pokemon market, etc., etc., etc. When you don't have that knowledge, it's not sort of good to pretend that you do. And my best advice to people who, are coming into the hobby because they want to make money is to know that just it's not going to work out. You know, it's literally just like anything else, where you need time, you need effort, and you also need to actually like what you're doing in order to get money out of it. So it's, if you have that, and you know, a lot of the people who are new coming into the hobby, they see people who are more experienced, who put more time, effort, interest into the hobby. They see them making a lot of money and they think, all right, this is going to be something that I can do as well. In the future, if Pokemon is something that really interests you, you can definitely get there. You know, it happened with me. At the beginning, I wasn't really doing much at all. Maybe I got lucky here and there with some graded cards, but I also bought a lot of stuff that went down in value. I sold at losses. And it's just a process of learning, right? So it's not going to happen overnight. Eventually, if Pokemon's something that you're really interested in, you really like it, and you're collecting, you're learning the market, you're getting more experienced as time goes on, then, making money is something that's going to come naturally. But again, it's not necessarily something that you want to totally put your interest focus on Pokemon in, just because I'm always of the opinion that, this is the way it's been in the past and this is the way that I think it's going to be in the future, is that the people who just collect cards and, put their money into collecting and, try their hardest to acquire the cards they want and, don't have too much interest in selling, they're the ones that are probably going to come out on top at the end, in terms of the value of their collections, just because they're not sort of constantly looking at the market. They're going to be able to, when that record price is set, they're going to be able to say, no, I don't want to sell my Charizard. When first edition base set Charizard went from 4,000 to 8,000, the people who said it, that doubled, right? The people who had it, they said, no, I'm not going to sell at 8,000. Then it went to 16,000. Don't think so. Then it went to 20,000. I don't know. 40,000. People who said no at 40,000, and the people who are cashing in now at like 75 to 80,000, right? This card has gone from 8,000 to 80,000 plus. That's sort of like what I'm talking about, where, if you were investing in Pokemon, you'd be perfectly fine to cash out at when you've doubled or tripled your initial investment if you bought in at 4,000. But to, wait out, that thing that collecting gives you that ability to say, no, I'm not going to do this. That's how you sort of make the big gains at the end. And that's how your collection goes up in value. So I sort of got off topic a little bit here, but again, the thing that I want to hammer home is the idea that making money and profiting off of anything, whether it's a Pokemon hobby, whether it's your job at the grocery store, whether it's anything, making money requires that you put in time, that you put in effort, that you put in interest, and it's not going to happen just out of the blue. Pokemon's not different in some way. If you could make money effortlessly in Pokemon, if Pokemon was a sort of like money-generating feature, then everyone would be in it, but people aren't, and a lot of people have realized this the hard way. So I hope that this, for people who are new into the hobby, I hope this video kind of helps you guys out. And just sort of realize that if making money in Pokemon is an eventual goal, and that's totally fine. Some people are really motivated to collect by the financial aspect of it. And I'm here to gatekeep over who the true collectors are and how the best way to enjoy Pokemon is. But just sort of know that if you put in the time, if you put in the effort, if you put in the interest, then your eventual goal of money making is going to come down the line. So hope you all enjoyed this video in a little bit of a different space. I'll try to get some more out to you guys, just talking about stuff. If you guys want to shoot me any suggestions in the comment section below, definitely feel free. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Stick around for more videos.